Hello and welcome to another Gardens Wilt-Shire video. I'm your host Luke, and this is another of my hobby vlogs, first of 2018. Excuse my voice, it's a little bit croaky. Just got back from Scouring of Cheshire, so the league opener. And as it was my birthday yesterday, I received some hobby gifts. And biggest of all was this bad boy. Look at that, the War Mumak of Harad. I wanted this model for absolutely ages. Never had one. Played with one once and thought, yeah, I want it. So I put it on my Christmas and birthday list, and my lovely girlfriend was kind enough to get it for me. How daunting does that look? For those of you who have done it, you know probably the pain and anguish. But yeah, there's a lot in this box. Obviously, that's just extra bits for the Mumak. We've got the main body right there, the howdah, base, huge base, and then we've also got the sprues of all the warriors. So my plan is to hopefully, there's also, what else? Oh, of course, the captain basically, with whose mount is the actual Mumak. So yeah, the plan is I'm going to actually smash this project out, and I will hopefully be taking this into the West. So the Cardiff tournament at the end of January. On the way back from Cheshire, with me, Derry and David were sort of contemplating lists. And I was sort of thinking of a Mordor-Moria alliance. But now plans have changed, so I'm hoping that I can smash this out. I've got a fairly easy week and a half at work, so any spare time that I get is going to be going on trying to get this absolutely massive project done. So I'll probably come back next when things have been assembled, maybe a bit of paint, because I'm going to plan to do the base as a separate thing, the actual Mumak itself, so these two bits, the legs and the head, and then the howdah as a separate one, and then glue them together afterwards, and then obviously troops as well. So yeah, I'll come back when I have a bit of progress to show you. I'm back with some progress, a fair bit of progress as well. So it is the next day, coming towards the end of the day. So I managed to, as you can see, fully build and spray the Mumak. He is ready to be painted. Fairly tricky to put together. Just getting all the bits where they should go, because obviously it's such a big model that if you have one little mistake in sort of angles of like the support rods here, it's not going to work. So I had some trouble with this sticky out bit as well, in that it wouldn't fit underneath, so I had to just chop off some bits just to make sure that it would fit and be level so that someone could stand on it. But yeah, he is ready to be painted. I'm going to probably start dry brushing the greys, get the main bulk of the body done, move on to the howdah, and then pick out the details after that. So that is the actual Mumak itself. As for the base, even more progress has been made. So I'll lift it up and show you guys. I've got most of the casualties, I'll call them, sort of painted up. Just the base colours I'm going to go for, then go over the wash, pick out the highlights, and then do a final Zandri dust dry brush on the sort of the dirt area, just to make it look a bit more like Pelennor Fields really. But yeah, so I've got the two orcs and the horse over there to do, and just one guy on a horse over there to do. So there's not too much more to be done, to be honest. Once the wash is done, it should be fairly straightforward. So I should be able to get all of this done in one hobby vlog. Obviously I've still got the Warriors to do. I'm going to make a start on them once I pick up some more super glue, because that bad boy took up all my super glue. So I'm going to pick up some more glue, get started on everything, and hopefully I will come back with some progress. And coming back with some progress. A lot of progress, to be fair, from last time. I think I can't remember what the last clip had involved, but definitely looking a lot better now. So as you can see, crew members have been assembled and sprayed, so they're ready to get going. But biggest news, all the base colours are on the Mumak. So I just take him off his base, show you. There we go. I think it's still a bit more work on the tusks, but that's to be expected. But everywhere else has had the base colours down. So the next stage is I'm going to do an Agrax Earth Shade wash all over. Create a bit of definition, some depth in the colours. Decided to go for a red and purple on the Howder, just because I'm going to be doing red and purple on the crew members. Obviously it's a little bit brighter at the minute, but obviously once that washes on, trampling his own guy there. But once the wash is on, it should look a little bit better. It is quite a lot brighter on camera, to be fair. In real life it's not too bad, but obviously yeah, the wash will take care of that. After that, it's just, I think I'll do a dry brush on the wooden effects, probably like a Xantry dust, just to bring out a little of that wicker sort of look. Dry brush the Mumak in a lighter grey, I think, a bit more definition, and then the tusks, obviously, again, they look quite bright on camera, but as looking at them from the eye, they do need a bit more white on them, just to create the ivory look of tusks, really. So yeah, pretty happy with how it's going. I don't know if I showed it last time as well, but the base is now done. Just going to put some flock on there, and that is going to be that. So it is now Monday. Tournament is this weekend. I'm fairly confident that I can get all of this done, to be fair. So the list submission is Wednesday, so I'll submit the list with the Mumak, and yeah, hopefully I can get it all done. So I'll come back maybe when it's finished, actually, but we shall see. And coming back in now, because I am nearing the end of this project. So the Warriors are pretty much all but done. Mumak is done. It's now been glued to the base. I figured I'm not going to bother magnetising it or anything like that. I'm just going to assemble it all and figure out how to transport it later. So yeah, he's done. I'll go through sort of an in-depth colour guide in the final clip, but just showing you a little bit of progress now, mainly on these guys. So they've had all their colours on and a wash, so now it's just a case of a few little touch-ups and a few little details, one of which is these guys. I'm going to do some Rhinox hide just on some facial hair, because on some of these guys they've got quite obvious moustaches and beards. Trying to think of another guy who's got one. Did this guy got one? No. Yeah, there are a couple, just to get some facial hair on. And the final step, to add a little bit of pizzazz, I'm going to do some lead belcher just on a bit of the armour. So where those 6 are in the middle, you can see I've already put a little bit of lead belcher on one of the squares. I'm going to put lead belcher on some of those bits, especially on the sort of the captain, chieftain there, and then I'm going to go over it in this Spirit Stone Red. So hopefully that will create a nice shiny jeweled effect. Don't know how it's going to go. I've never really used it before. I think I used that once before when I did an Iron Man model in my Marvel stuff, but that was a different process. That was just went over in red and then went over that to give it a shine. But I'll see how this goes. We're trying to create a jewel effect. So yeah, the final clip will probably be when I've finished. Don't know if that'll be today, or today's Thursday actually, so tomorrow me and Dewi are off bound to Cardiff itself. So I may do a showcase type thing back there, but I do want to get this vlog out before we go, so maybe not, but we shall see how much progress I get on today. So yeah, I'll come back when everything is done. And here we are, guys, project complete. Just a short while after the last clip. As I said, not too much else needed doing, but here it is, just over a week and I got it all done, which I'm pretty amazed about, to be fair. As I said, I got this my birthday Monday last week. It's now Thursday the week after, so that is 10 days, and I completed pretty much what used to be the biggest model in the game. But yeah, by my standards, it took me, I think at one point, like a month to paint an elf, just because I couldn't have the motivation, I didn't have the time. But considering now that I've been busy with work for the last week as well, I've managed to fit in a lot of painting time to get this bad boy finished. But it is done. Colour scheme, as you can see, purple and red. That is I think it's Xerius purple, and just a Mephiston red on the howdah there. The browns are just a mixture of like Rhinox hide, Mornfang brown, Steel Asian drab, just sort of different on different places really. The Mumak itself, just Eshin grey, and then a dry brush of a light grey. Base is all sorts of different colours really, mainly the Rohan colours obviously, but yeah, that's not too important. And if I zoom in on some of the actual guys, you can see they got sort of a blue as well. That was a Macaga blue, I believe it's called, and the gold is just the Auric gold, normal gold paint that GW do. So nothing too special colour wise. I wanted to keep sort of a bit more purple, just because the red, I feel I've done too much in the past with my high elves, and then obviously red with the goblins. I do like the colour, so I wanted a little bit in there with this force, but I didn't want to make it the main colour, and I do like how the purple looks as well. So there we go. Get a few close-up shots of the base. Where the hoof marks are, I wanted to make them a bit more prominent, because after all the colours and things, the dry brushes and washes and stuff like that, they didn't seem to show up as much. So I just went over those with a Rhinox hide, just to make them a bit more pronounced and a bit more detail to the base. But yeah, there's not a lot much else to say other than it was, it's time consuming obviously, but not as much as you think. I mean, once you've got the base colours on, so the grey for the Mumak, the browns and the fabric colours on the howdah, it's not too much work. The base I thought was a lot more work, but it wasn't. I mean, that took me probably 4 or 5 hours to get completely done. If I managed to do that in a solid block, maybe 3. But obviously splitting it up and things. The warriors themselves, again, maybe I spent about 4 hours. Probably need a few more hours work just to touch up, get the details on the face and things like that, but I just don't have the time really. I've got to set off to work now. As I say, it's now Thursday. It's Thursday afternoon. I'm working all evening, and then I'm working tomorrow morning as well before we set off for Cardiff itself, so I don't have any more time. So the rest of the afternoon is going to be uploading this hobby vlog. But yeah, I'll see how this bad boy gets on and Into the West. I was planning to go fairly competitive before this. As I said, I came up with a Mordor Moria alliance, but obviously this came up and things changed. So maybe I'll do that army in the future, who knows. But see how this guy gets on. I'm not expecting to win the tournament. If I can just get a few wins, place mid-table or higher, I would be very, very happy indeed. I should say actually the upgrades that I'm going to be taking. The crew members are I drop in 1 spearman and a bowman, so I've got 5 of each, just because of point wise I wanted to get the upgrades on. So this guy, the Mumak, has got gnarled hide, so bringing up to defense 8, tusk weapons, which again in the future I may do a conversion for. He also has rocks, so these guys can throw rocks, which I think will be cool, and also repelling lines, which I don't think many people usually take, but I think it could be useful for objectives such as domination maybe. So send a few guys down, send the Mumak forward, and just let him do his thing really. Or sort of later on in the game they can jump off, go towards objectives, and hopefully try and win some games for me. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. Obviously, more time I could have had on it, the better it would have turned out. But otherwise, I'm fairly pleased with myself that I got it done, to be honest. It was probably the biggest painting challenge I've ever done. But yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Make sure you comment, like, share and subscribe, and we shall see you very soon.